Hello, everyone. I'm going to record a short lessons on how to create different kind of staircases in Rhino and probably in Revit. So this is the Rhino. And I want to create like a round staircase that meets the requirements in terms of the rise, the tread of the steps, and then a railing, a very simple railing. Okay, so let's start. So the first thing we need to know is the curve. Okay, so we can decide that. And the rule here is that at the center of that staircase, we should have the 1 foot. Okay, so when we have a 3-foot width staircase, so this line, the tread should be 1 foot, and then the height is 0.6 feet. I have set my units in feet. Okay, so we can say that here we have 0.6, which is around 7 inches, and that meets the requirements of a good staircase. So the first thing is we can just work with a line. And if this radius is, say, 16 feet. Okay. So now if we want to go, let's say 18 steps up, then we need a curve. And the length of that curve should be 18 feet. How can we do it? We can select this command, curves, and then the curve is that's the center of the arc. Okay, so this is the arc, and it's the center, and that's the point. And now we have to go the end point of angle, and we can type length. Okay, so in that length I can type 18. Sorry, I did it wrong. So it's arc, first point, second point, and now here we don't have to type. We have to select length. Okay, because if we type here something, we select the angle, but I want to select the length. So the length is 18 feet now, and now that's 18 feet. How can we make sure that this is 18 feet? We can go to dimension. Curve length dimension, and then we select this one. Okay, so again, dimension, curve length. We select the curve. So that's the start point. The next point, let's say it's this one, and the end point is that one. And we press enter, so that curve is 18 feet. Okay, so that's the curve, the length of the curve, so it's okay. And now if we have, we can divide this into 18 steps. So we just select divide, select this, enter. How many segments? 18. So now we have divided this into 18 segments. And if this is the center line of the staircase, if we want to build a 3-foot width, now I have to offset 1.5. So this is 1.5 in this direction and 1.5 in the other direction. And now I have to build one of my steps. So I can select this chamfer because I want to connect this and that. Okay. And I need another line here. And what I want now is to extend. I extend. There you go. So this is one of my steps. I can create a polyline out of this. So I'm going to trace that shape with a polyline. Or I can actually make it curved because the polyline, you see that it's a straight line. Okay, so I'm going to trim, and I want to do that. Okay, so now those are curved lines. And I can join, and then I can extrude, and I can extrude 0.6 up, 0.6. So this is one step. Okay, so the step is 1 foot in this center line, and then 0.6 feet, which is around 7 inches up. And then we have to move this all the way. I can use I can use the polar array. Okay, so I'm going to use this polar array. So select objects, that's the element that I want to move. And now I have to select the center. So the center is the center of this curve. If I have this center point on the O-snap, so I can select that midpoint, okay? And then number of items, how many items? I always forget this, let's try 18. And now I need to select the angle of references, so that's the first point, and that's the last point. It's not that one because this is the last point. And it didn't work. Okay, I'm going to do it again. Polar array, select the extrusion, enter, select the center, number of items 18. Now this is the first point, this is the last point, and there you go. Okay, it works well in plan, but as you can see here, we have the Z offset. So if we type this and the Z offset is the height of every step, it's 0.6 feet. Now we have that staircase here. Then we press enter, and we do have the staircase. Okay. Now, what if we don't want solid steps? We want we want elements that are like yeah, so we need a gap between that step and the other step, and this is a void. I can explode that step here. If I explode, now we have different elements. So this is like a box, and I can delete those faces. Okay. And now if I select this one, I'm going to extrude, and I select this surface edge and this one, and enter, and I want to go down, let's say only 1 inch. So let's say negative 0.1, and then I go down only just 0.1 feet. And now what I'm going to do is, instead of having this staircase, I'm going to delete all these elements, and I'm going to create another polar array, but only with that shape here. So I select polar array, select the object, done. That's the center, 18 items. This is the first one. This is the last one. And I had already selected the Z offset 0.6, so that works. Okay, so here I have this element. I think it looks nice enough. So what would be next? I can create a handrail, or I can create like a central beam structure element. Okay, I'm going to start with a railing. And well, first I'm going to delete this one. And this. And well, okay, I'm going to build a curve here. So now we have a curve. This one up to this point. So that's the curve, the internal curve of this staircase. And I want to start with this point, and I want to end with that point here. Okay, so basically, I have to delete all this. So I'm going to cut this where the last step is. So line here, I trim. This is it. Okay. And now I'm going to move this curve up. Okay, so I'm going to use this tool now, this control point curve. And I want to create a curve that goes from, that connects all these points of the, be careful because you can snap to somewhere else. We have to snap here. So this is the curve that is going to make the handrail. Like this. At the end, press enter. And here we have a continuous curve. Okay, that connects all these. So now I'm going to create a shape here that it's the handrail, and another shape there that it's the end of the handrail. And then I'm going to use a loft command along this curve. I think it will work. So let's type polyline. And if I go this way, let's make this like 0.2 feet. And I have to go up. So to go up, to change the view, and I have to go up in one of the views here, the right view. And I want to go up three feet is the height of a handrail. Yep. And now again, in this direction, 0.2. And finally, I connect this here. Okay, so I have created that shape. That's the curve along. I'm going to, it's not extrusion because it's not straight. Okay, and we can try different options here. We can try the option sweep. Sweep one. So I select this curve. No, sorry. I select sweep. This is the edge. Okay. Now select the cross section. This is the cross section. And then I click OK. And select OK. And is this what I want? Well, see that there's a handrail, but it's not. It starts like a straight one, but now it is tilted here. Well, it's kind of cool. But if this is not what we want, we can always use different options and preview. Okay, that looks better. Yeah, so I think that's the option that we need. Road-like top. Okay. And then that's the handrail, and it looks good. Now, let's go to the rendered. Okay, so I think that will be enough. If you want a solid staircase, you can do this one. If you don't want, if you want a staircase that it's not solid, you can go for that one.